Top to bottom, the suicide mission is Mass Effect at its best. It's epic and it picks up what the rest of the game is putting down. That's to say, it understands what the rest of the game is setting up. And thanks to an interesting chat we had in our Discord server, I've come to realise victory should come at a cost. And before you dive into the Megafor Relay one last time, we're here to talk to you about 5 characters you should kill on the suicide mission in Mass Effect 2. And yes, one of them is Jacob. So Jacob is the obvious choice, right? So it might as well get him over with. He sells himself in his first interaction as the cool, relatable guy that also doesn't trust Cerberus, but somehow goes downhill from there. Garrus steals the spotlight as your best buddy, and aside from some mysterious Citadel mission with Miranda, he won't tell you anything about his past until he needs something.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
And even then he doesn't know much about his own father, who as it turns out has reserved a part of his crash site island to be his own personal harem. To top things off, he cheats on Jane Shepard or Fem Shep in Mass Effect 3 if you romance him in Mass Effect 2. Every crew member he interacts with after a mission in Mass Effect 2 either hates him or he hates them, and he volunteers to die in the vents for us. You go for it, Jacob. It's not murder if they volunteer, is it? Number 2, Samara. Samara tries to sell herself as an intriguing Justicar assassin, with her own code as when she can and cannot break rules or murder people. But whether you find her intriguing or not, she doesn't really give you more than that, other than her tale of hunting Nihilus, which, to be honest, should have been a book. We don't really get enough of her to say for sure that she's worth pulling out of the fire in Mass Effect 2. It's also worth noting that it's pretty amazing you can recruit her psychopathic daughter in her loyalty mission, and when some even choose her daughter over her, it just shows how lacking Samara is in personality in the first place. Number 3, Zaid.
Burn, you son of a...
Maybe he should have been the number 1 choice, but if this one shocks you, number 5 will really shock you. Zaid shows little to no growth throughout his loyalty mission. You hope that we'll see some kind of on-screen progression if he doesn't catch Vidu in time, but we never get the chance. There's just not enough time with him. I can honestly say the only time I felt anything towards him was in the Citadel DLC in Mass Effect 3. Watching him get angry at a claw machine was just brilliant. But aside from this, and him helping Garrus set booby traps over Shepard's apartment, there's really no reason to pull him out of the collector base. Number 4, Kasumi. We've listed the obvious choices first for a reason. See if you can guess number 5 before we get there though. Kasumi, like Zaid, suffers from the DLC treatment. However, looking at Javik in Mass Effect 3, we know it's not impossible to make DLC companions be important to the story. Do with that what you will, considering they're DLC companions. Kasumi's heist mission is tons of fun, and she occasionally does have some quips about Shep's relationship on the Normandy, but ultimately her little quirks just add enough of a kick that we might feel something if she were to die, but not really enough to save Scum.
They never knew the difference. My first museum job. Nowhere near the last.
Number 5, Thane.
They got Thane!
Okay, I'm not saying that Thane should die to a pillar in the Normandy's meeting room on the way to the collector base, but Thane didn't deserve to die to some space ninja with no character depth. That's not to say I don't see what the devs were going for with that. Considering Thane's an assassin, we wouldn't really want to see him go down to Vrolik syndrome of all things. And I'm not saying we ignore his loyalty mission at all to kill him off. Simply make him a fire team leader and have him go out defending his team in the suicide mission. At least then his death has more weight than protecting a counselor that we as players never really cared for. We might miss a few lines from him in Mass Effect 3, but not really enough to make it worth keeping him around for 2 minutes of dialogue. Do you agree with our list? Are we monsters for even putting Thane on here? Let us know in the comments below. But if you found our takes interesting, and think that the Geth are not vacuum cleaners, consider subscribing for more interesting opinions on Mass Effect and RPGs. Thank you again to Vortex, a new member of our little Discord community who inspired this video. Consider heading over there too. This has been Craig from TK Games, signing off.